Assaulted?
Assaulted.
How did we all know to do that? That's really sad.
Space Latino.
Shell, bro.
Space Latinos.
Space.
Mufasa, dude.
Mufasa.
Oh my god. For the record, we are not high.
Yeah, we're not.
Or
At least most of us aren't.
Dude, don't call me out.
You guys are suddenly back in the Coliseum. That's not very saw, dude.
So we
I
killed...
don't know, they seem pretty
or
saw.
We, kind of killed Persephone.
Her body just vanished as soon as it hit the ground.
Okay, well, so we're under the impression that we killed her. And the audience is doing this? Like, for real?
They're getting off on gore, and they saw you impaled by a floating red sword, and then saw her get sliced in twixt, and her heart apparently came out, but they're kind of confused.
Are we under the impression that the audience knows that was Persephone?
Very good question.
Oh, yeah.
You don't know. Very good question. However, not long after the cheering starts to abate naturally, and you guys are looking on in this at your victory and the 3 souls, you're like, wow, we just tripled our income. You start to wonder that, was that really her? Did that really just happen? Why did they pull out the dead Cerberus when she was coming out to fight us anyway? That doesn't make any sense. The crowd is cheering. Do they know what just happened?
Doing the Darth Vader to Obi-Wan stepping on the empty cloak thing. From episode 4, just, where did he go?
So the crowd sees you stepping on literal sand, and they're like, she must be confused.
She's crazy, clearly.
And then suddenly there's a lot of armored guards coming out, around you. They're not, aiming at, spears at you. They're not attacking you. Don't worry. You look very worried. I'm just checking on you. So they're not, looking dangerous, but they're, closing in because they, want to say something. You can't quite tell.
Hey, another scene from Gladiator.
And then you are approached by a lead guy with a headdress that's very poofy, and you're like... And he says to you, your trial's over, the fight's over, we're not here to attack you. You've been requested at the castle. Will you come with us?
Should I
Stay or
let
should I go?
him know that we fought Persephone? Or do you think that they...
I mean, we're all having this conversation inside our heads, yeah?
Which is why I'm talking out loud right now. Because I know that we're all,
make sure,
connected.
We're all, in sync. Bye.
Oh,
At your service, I say sarcastically.
on the side of my way.
He looks at you, looks you up and down, rolls his eyes, and says, great.
I would say no, let's not tell them.
Yeah,
we think we killed a god. I think that's not going to go
Because
well.
I was going to make a joke and be all so we're arrested and thrown in the Coliseum to fight for our lives for stopping a rape, and we kill a god, and we're certainly cool. This seems really backwards for Olympia.
At this point, I'm just kind of waiting to see where this particular wagon is going to stop.
It's very strange logic in Elysium. Anyway.
Yeah.
These people are clearly very bored all the time, and so they're just kind of like anything goes.
Magical flying red swords impaling people. Woo!
He is patiently waiting for all of you to answer.
Did you form it
I did already.
as a question?
He did.
So, yeah, he said, we've been requested, will we come? But no, but we will breathe hard.
I thought that it was a statement.
So I sarcastically bowed and said,
okay.
at your service.
Okay, great.
And he was
I clippity-clop closer to him, but not too close, as, I'm very aware that people have very personal boundaries.
Thank you.
Anytime.
Despite the fact that you're coming from a faraway land.
Yes.
Sure. I don't have anything else planned for the rest of the day.
Breathe hard on, then.
I meant to say breathing fast, and I screwed up the joke.
You are escorted out of the arena.
I was saying, do we have much of a choice?
There are no fewer than a dozen guards all around you. By the way, welcome to episode 13. We're at a baker's dozen, 12 plus 1. Want a donut? You guys are escorted through the through the streets of Olympia. People stare at you as you walk on.
Oh.
You can't quite tell if it's because of your armored escort or because of what you just did inside of the arena?
Pretty sure it's because of the
Kick
dozen
some
guards
ass.
around it.
Kick
The
some
baker's
sweet
dozen guard
ass.
around
Who can
it.
say?
Yeah.
I want the four of you to decide who picked up the souls.
I definitely would have gone back for the one that I already had in my possession.
Yeah, because you're so good at carrying them already.
Yes, I am.
We're gonna say
I
that
sort of assumed that he picked them up.
Yeah, I'm good
Yep,
on that.
of course. I've been
Soul
used to carrying
carrier?
this whole team.
Soul Calibur.
Carrier of souls.
Cool, I'll grab all three then.
His soul fanny pack.
Boy, your fists are awfully colorful. I wonder what's in them. Sorry.
I could put them somewhere else. Much more hidden.
currently have a pale lavender, a deep blue, and a snow white soul.
Did you say that it's purple soul?
No, but it will purple rain. Anyway, you are escorted towards the castle, which is actually carved directly into the side of Mount Olympus. It is one with the religious moniker of this world. You are guided up very, very many stairs. The very many stairs are made of a very expensive material, such as marble or ivory. That's monstrous. Or something of the like that you're just like, damn, girl.
Fake ivory.
And
Ivory.
Five.
Yes! Don't worry, Jeff, you'll get the next one for sure.
you are allowed inside of the grand foyer. The doors are open easily. They don't even creak. You're like, oh my god, this is so amazing.
This is grand.
Did they open easily? Are we the ones
Easily.
opening them? I thought they
No.
were escorting us. So
They're escorting us, or escorting you, but they're open by some sort of mechanism that you don't see. They just
Oh.
automatically open to welcome you in.
Because I was going to say, how do I know that they open easily? I'm not pushing on
He's
them.
like,
Yeah.
Or maybe you just mental prowess them open.
that does
And
seem
you
like
like
something I would
you
do.
like texted Tommy and you were like, I mental prowess the doors open. Tell them that they open easily.
Cell phone's in my pocket and I'm too lazy to grab it.
I'm like way going off the rails right now. I'm sorry. I've had a lot of caffeine today.
You are so caffeinated.
Guys are escorted down the foyer and are going through a few other rooms, smaller hallways leading into suddenly a dining area.
Oh,
And you're asked,
another dinner.
would you like some food?
Absolutely.
Has it been poisoned?
No. But
But has it really? I mental prowess him.
no.
Cool, I'm pretty sure it's not poisoned.
At least not
I
yours.
would-
Just mine, everybody else, nah, who cares?
I'm famished. I would love some. Thank you.
Is this where we're meeting whoever summoned us?
No. They're
Oh,
gonna
what about the pre-flight snack?
Yes, they're going to be calling you in a moment. By the way, they are the king of Elysium, so please show respect.
Are we going to be junked by Enclave again?
Who?
Are the dinner guests wearing mail?
Oh, that's an important fact or question.
What?
Are they wearing mail while they eat dinner?
They're just covered in men. Wearing mail.
Anyway.
It's a red wedding reference. Because Bolton put up his sleeves and he's
It's
wearing
done
the mail,
so well
and
in
then
the book. Oh my god.
and then Catherine sees the mail and is like, "Oh, why is he armored?" And then people
I thought it was
start
pronounced
dying.
Catlin. Anyway,
Sorry.
you are all
Caitlin.
allowed to sit at this very fancy table made of mahogany. And
Mahogany.
before you approach the table, Angoramir, they say to you, "We have accommodations that may be more suitable for you if you like."
They're accessible.
Take you outside and make you eat the trees.
I'm legitimately elated by this because people have been such. I'm actually gonna go off on a little bit of a rant.
Are you walking and talking?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm people have been so mean to me. I come from a faraway land, and I'm C3Ping all over the place. My body language and
You
stuff.
probably wouldn't recognize me because of the red arm. Sorry.
But I'm but I am just so overtaken by your generosity at providing me with proper accommodations.
You are being
for a
guided
centaur.
through the different expensive hallways into different rooms and throughout, and you're starting to wonder, where are we going that might be different and be more
I
accommodating?
carefully memorize the route that I'm taking
Okay.
and all of the valuables.
Olympia's 88.
Alright. The three of you in the dining room that you are currently in, just to help you really picture the scene, you are served whole grain pasta with goat cheese and lemon juice and olives on the side. You can really apply as many as you want on it. You're also given goblets of red wine, and they're like, would you like more?
Dionysia has a rare moment of consideration and actually doesn't drink beyond the one.
Would you like more?
I just keep going.
Yeah.
Pyra just gets swifty.
Thank you.
Actually, she just leaves the pitcher for you.
Oh, they read there.
Much more my style. Thank you.
I think I'm wasting my time.
I know how to read a room.
You guys eat your fill very comfortably, and you actually have like pretty full tummies and like your basin in front of you. Yes, your basin. They're not even plates. They're just a full basin
You just fill
of
the bucket.
food. And they come up to you and say, "Can we get anything else for you while you wait?"
Baklava?
I'm sorry, we don't know how to make that.
It's my favorite food.
We're just kidding.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
No, just ready for our audience.
Yeah, me too.
They stand there awkwardly nodding.
Hey, do you have any burnt potatoes?
You announce this as you're also being. I'm going to skip back a few minutes, and you're being guided. And you're finding yourself in like kind of like a study library kind of area. It's very open, enough room for you to really easily maneuver. Which you are aware, it's very frustrating for you to actually be indoors a lot of the time because you're like, dear God, I'm an animal, and
I'm very happy.
you
I'm prancing.
you are guided to a table that is easily up to like above your navel, so it's at a comfortable height for you. On top of this like weird like comfortable padding rug kind of thing that you're like,
yeah.
this is really weird.
I
but,
need
like,
my hooves into that shit.
oddly kind.
Like a cat, but hooves.
Yes.
And the
Wow.
guard says, "Hold a moment. I'm gonna get the servant for you to have your food. Hold on one moment." And he leaves the room, and you fall through the floor.
If only you had some kind of ability that might have told you that this was going to happen.
do I catch myself? How far do I fall?
The
What the
edges
crap?
are quite far from you, so even if you were just like,
You just with the strength check and just like Spider-Man to each side. With your freaking horse head just dangling
Dude, I imagine,
like a pendulum.
you know how people like say like one final thought as they fall in the cartoons and stuff? Like I imagine like falling through like my potatoes.
So they all fall after
I'm
you.
imagining the Wile E. Coyote fall where Cormier's body drops and his head just stays.
Yeah.
Then whoop.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, what the?
Oh.
Hey. Hey.
What?
This looks deliberate. I have runic looking writings on the back of my page. What are you doing?
Grabbing my laptop. Jeez.
Cameron's officially in the recording, guys! Welcome, Cameron! Welcome! Yay!
The giant, terrifying floating bunny head.
I could have told you it was a trap.
You'll fall to your doom, for sure.
You guys,
Fishing your charger.
I'm talking to
Thank you.
Agate, Pyra, and Dionysia. You witness another servant come in and say, "They'll see you now."
Where's our four-legged friend?
Yeah.
I imagine he's having his lunch.
Is he not going to be here at the same time?
No, he'll be escorted separately. He's in a different area of the castle.
Don't like that.
I'm gonna read that person's mind because it's a broken ability and I'm gonna use it all the time. Natural 18, so 31.
She doesn't know where he is.
Well, poopy.
I didn't
Alright.
think I'd have to like predict the future by just going
They're
through
like, finally decent accommodation!
Persona!
ADA compliant!
And I fell through the floor because I was
Olympia's
kneading
like
on the floor
California.
like I was weakening it.
Based on your way down and being able to really look at this thing that you're falling down, this is deliberate. It is a stone wall, perfectly square. It's
Super.
It's
stone cold
effectively a
wall.
trapdoor.
All of my elation at being treated nicely and everything has gone completely sour. And as I'm falling, I'm literally just falling like this. Like,
This poor
Thinking to yourself,
I land, like,
What's your
I'm gonna
weight?
leave the
700?
worst Centaur Yelp review.
7:15.
You take 70 damage.
Well, I
I'm
get
kidding. I'm
negative
totally kidding.
stars,
I'm
I
totally
would.
kidding.
Here.
I mean, if I fell a really long ways,
Yeah.
that's totally okay.
Let's
No,
find
yeah.
out.
Oh, fuck.
You take 85 damage.
Yeah, sorry, 140. I forgot the multiplier.
You take 33 damage.
Okay.
Ouch.
I'm a big horsey.
Give me a constitution check, please.
As soon as I put my 33 points
Whoa.
of damage down, I'm at 14.
Oh my.
Constitution check, +2. 15 + 2 is 17.
You do not sprain any of your ankles, which is shocking.
Dude, for a horse, that's miraculous.
It is. It's because I was kneading it on the floor, so my ribs were already, like, loosened up and just ready for anything, you know?
It's because you land head first, so you actually like land on your human hands.
You don't sprain any of your ankles, but you sprain your skull.
Sprain your skull.
My brain is sprained. How the brain?
Oh, not again! Oh, no.
We see you next time. You're just like, nah, guys.
The way that I can
He's like he seems normal.
Well, clearly nothing bad happened to you.
a brain sprain can most easily be described as an everlasting brain freeze. It just doesn't go away.
Oof.
Did you just
Yeah.
explain a brain sprain?
A brain sprain.
Brain sprain.
That's what
Aneurysm.
really bad tooth nerve pain feels like, by the way.
Ugh.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
in your tooth.
Not good.
Frick, frick, paddywhack.
Give a dog a bone.
This old man came running home.
All right.
Oh, he fell
Give me
in the pit.
details. The place where
Oh,
I
God.
fell into. Stone walls.
Stone cold.
Stone walls.
I need
Steve
to go to
Austin.
them first.
Jesus. Okay.
Jesus.
It'll take a while for you to acclimate to your new surroundings anyway,
Sucks.
so it makes sense
How
to.
could it be so stupid?
switch.
And I'm drunk, by the way. This will be helpful.
My 3 friends who are not horse people. You are guided by the servant. Great.
That's adorable.
Horse people. Speaking of which. The DM's 2 children.
But I say
Let's
nay,
look
nay.
up a centaur.
One riding the other like a horse.
You guys are guided very smoothly and quickly to the throne room of Olympia. The hall is very long. It is actually filled with people. You are getting the impression that court is just about to be held. And the servant utters to you just before she leaves, "Show him respect." And she leaves.
We're really good at that.
She does not hear you because she's suddenly very badly wanting to get out of the room.
Send her in that with mental. I'm just kidding.
We will.
By the way, I'm screaming. If there's still a connection telepathically, I'm like screaming, like, ow!
Give me a d20 willpower check.
Ooh, that's my bag, baby.
Ah, yeah.
Oh, damn. 5 + 6, 11.
Nobody hears you.
No one
Internally
hears
or
my
externally.
screams. It's terrifying.
You are a valued member of this team.
Right?
The 3 of you.
You hear my screams, but you're just like,
Your call could not be connected.
The 3 of you are seeing different banners all the way down this hall, and they're unique. There's like one here that's very specific that is not reflected anywhere else in the room, and then so on and so forth across 7 different banners. There's an 8th one that is hanging directly above the throne. And I'm going to give Agate the chance to have a lore check here.
Oh, excellent. A drunken lore check.
Roll a disadvantage.
Ooh, with a 5.
Unfortunately, you didn't really care who hired you, nor did you really care to memorize the symbolism of prominent families. However, I will say that logically speaking, you are assuming these are the symbols of the prominent families in Olympia. You can also tell because they're kind of cliquey. There's different groups that are just sticking to themselves. They're very cliquey. And so several of the Khajiits are just staying amongst themselves. Elves are staying amongst themselves, humans, etc. It's very much by race. And when the horn blows
Nice.
to symbolize that court is about to start, they all mill back to their respective area of court, directly under their banner.
Oh, it's like high school.
Yes. So the jocks are like grumbling over like, where's the cheerleaders? The cheerleaders are over there like, oh my god, he looked at me, and then like, yeah. So and
Is
then
it funny that I like automatically assumed like the races to like the jocks and the cheerleaders?
You're right.
I must go sit with the band kids. That's what I did. I was not in band, but I was there.
We were theatre people. Can you
Oh,
tell?
that too.
theater people, like you didn't really hang out with the rest of
We
the
didn't
theater
have
people
cliques
during
that-
class though.
That much.
Anyway,
There were no other ones in my class.
that's very fair. You were kind of alone. You did what you could.
Yes.
One of the popular ones.
You are guided down the main rug leading directly to the throne. Not directly in front of it, not like you're going to answer for something. You're like just sort of guided forward so that you're in the middle of everything.
It's like
Are we guided by guards?
One guard who's
Okay.
just like, come with me.
So it's
Yeah.
not like we're being
it's not like
flanked
gauntlet.
on all sides.
So
and walk forward
that's
again.
good.
You're not really feeling threatened necessarily, but you're feeling intimidated.
Random question that I just thought of, sorry. That feast and whatnot, that didn't heal us or anything, right? Oh, it did.
What?
Excellent.
How
Whoa,
many
whoa.
balls?
He healed me too before I took that damage.
You didn't eat anything.
Damn, you're right.
Man, it was just all kinds of not your day.
Really? Oh.
Didn't eat any potatoes.
So many potatoes!
It's okay, they violated the
Each family is announced as like thanking them for joining for court today on this date of, and
February
they are announced
4th.
as
Insert calendar day here.
the Avelians, the Zaroks, the Gambles, the Nemeans, the Banes, the Pips, and the Morgans, and
Pips.
the Pips, and all the Pips are Lapids actually. You guys.
This is my surprised face.
It goes so fast that you don't have time to really memorize, like, who's a Morrigan?
Yeah.
So it goes so fast that not even Ingoromir can memorize it.
Oh.
And
Ah.
then suddenly, the King of Olympia is coming out from a chamber behind the throne.
Ooh.
And he is this very... What's the right word? He
Kingy.
draws attention to himself without really needing to try. He has a palpable, noticeable aura about him that's very charismatic.
Oh, I was about to say charismatic.
Yes.
It's like
He
a
is
gravitational.
Striking.
Effect.
He's olive skinned. He still has a prominent head of hair, but he's starting to gray. And he wears robes and garbs that are very expensive, of like gold lace and green thick. What?
King.
I'm picturing John Stamos. Which means I'm not gonna be able to focus. Sorry.
John Stamos as a king, like, that's seriously the best you got from me.
Hey.
Oh, man.
Going. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
he does
I
like that
ruined it.
fucking wink that he does, like,
Ah, yes.
and he's just like, oh god, you're so handsome.
Sploosh.
Sploosh.
He is announced as King Minos.
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 Cool names.
This-
Where is King Plus?
I was, god damn it!
Plusle and Meanin.
I was like, not to be confused with King Plusos. Minos.
The herald says, court may begin. Whoever wishes to go first. And there is somebody who's just like, this person started growing on my lands. And the king says,
Growing marijuana?
and he shakes his head, and they're just like, thank you, my lord, thank you, thank you. And they mill out of the room, and you're like, this is how he just passes law?
Is this politics?
Hey, are you okay?
Bless
Oh,
you,
it's
bless
okay.
you.
It's just Minos.
God damn it. Or excuse me, God damn it.
As you are down in the dark room, you are feeling fingers probe up your legs.
This excites me.
I count this as a real plusos.
I can't fuck us so.
hope I have enough stamos to last.
Hey, it's great. Oh, man. Oh.
I'm so tired. Oh, God.
I'm sorry.
I'm not.
I'm trying to pay attention so
I
hard.
know, you're
Oh,
being a
man.
great student.
Because I fucked up really bad.
Oh, God. Okay, so I believe.
He's growing my land.
There's another gentleman that comes forward and makes several announcements to the king for his just for his information. He says, "In the last fortnight, we have hanged
Ooh.
13 pirates,
Nope.
my lord." And King Minos says, and he just nods. He's like, "Yes, and we have gathered more of what you asked for, and also we could not find the phoenix that you saw. I'm sorry." And he goes back over to the Nemeans. And you're like, what? And then
Quoi?
suddenly the king's eyes probe the three of you, and you notice that he has this slightly annoying habit of when he starts to move and really starts to deliberate and look over at something, he has this like almost stutter with his eyes as he slowly gazes at you. Kind of like that, exactly, where he's like thinking of a million things, so even the thought of looking at something new needs deliberation.
It's really hard to imitate that.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So he looks at you, and eventually all of court looks over at you too, and they're like, should we like do their part next? Like, come on over. The three of you are gestured forward by the rest of the families, and you're like, what do we do? I don't know. What do you do? Run?
So, like, just in my mind, be like, who's taking front?
Are you volunteering? I slowly rub your back.
It's all you. I'm inebriated.
Have fun talking to the king guy.
Where's Angormir?
Yeah, I'll start walking up then.
It does occur to you that as soon as you become within 10 yards of this guy, you should probably bow.
Oh, okay.
I'll give.
I practice a rusty bow.
I'll give a
Curtsy.
almost
been a while.
masculine curtsy. Yeah.
I'm bowing. Fuck.
So, like, I'll give a little bow. Curtsy.
Yeah, kind of. But yes, I will give a gesture of respect.
Excellent. The three of you take 20 XP.
Oh, thanks.
And Goromir, for being so damn trusting of a person, take 20 XP.
Take minus. I didn't even mean to go there. That was a mistake that time.
Plus, that was 20 in my XP pool.
He just kind of continues to stare at the three of you mutely for a while,
Oh, awkward.
really addressing how you're dressed, what you're carrying, how well your hair is kept. You're starting to feel truly examined, and you're starting like you're honored, but also worried
Naked.
and
Is
also
he-
confused.
Is he like mental prowessing us? Can
You
I
can't tell. And I want you all to give me a cunning check, including you, Jeff.
Nailed.
12.
19. 6 plus 2.
Just 6.
Byra, you notice that on the pommels or the hand holdy areas of his throne, there are little knobs of pure onyx that he holds his hands over. You see a spike of onyx protruding out just before an obvious cell door. You are aware that you are in a cell somewhere below the castle, and this spike of onyx is just sitting there, almost near at the ceiling, and it has a very slight red glow inside of it.
Is the spike of onyx, describe its orientation. Is it pointing down, up, left, right?
Sideways.
So it's coming out of the cell wall sideways, and
Yes.
it's a stone wall.
Yes.
And the door is like right next to it.
Yes.
How large are we talking? Like.
As long as your forearm.
Oh, okay. So I was imagining much bigger. So
It's
about.
enough to spit roast you.
Yeah.
Okay. You do not feel any magical essence from the onyx. It's just something that seems strange. You haven't seen that much onyx ever before. And so you're like, okay, maybe a new fashion trend. Not really sure, but okay. And you notice it. Finally, the silence is broken, and the king himself says, was she the goddess? And he's not asking you guys the question. He's asking court. He's asking anybody who can answer the question. And suddenly there's this very loud deliberation between the families, between different people around them, between guards, between et cetera, all talking about whether or not the person that you fought in that arena, in the Colosseum, was a goddess. And a lot of people say that it was. A fair amount of people say that it wasn't. Until suddenly there's a very learned-looking man that pushes past all three of you and argues what he believes is very well as to how it must have been.
One of those.
And
Is
then,
that right?
amongst all this talk, through the same door that the king came through, is Enclave of Clave. And he just comes to stand at the king's right side. Right hand man. Anyway. And
I was like, looking at me like,
the king sort of like slowly slides his eyes to look at him, and then his eyes crawl back to you. And there's a change in the air for the three of you because you begin to realize they're deliberating this because they're trying to find out whether or not you did something wrong.
Mm.
And you suddenly start to feel fear and really start to wonder, where is Angoramir? Enclave breaks through the silence. Why do I keep calling him that?
Because it's his name.
Like it or not.
He speaks through the crowd and says, regardless of the power of this being whom they fought. Who they fought? Who they fought.
Right.
They have ample evidence against them in ways that they have tried to defy the gods. And the king slowly, actually turns his head towards him and says, explain. And he provides evidence of your association with the Enclave and with gathering souls. And you can tell that the king has never heard of souls. Or seems confused by them at the very least. And says, you need to provide evidence to Enclave. And he comes forward and says, give me one.
Give you what?
The soul.
What soul?
He looks behind you, and the guard forces you down onto your knees.
That is rude. Uncalled for.
And so
Help, help, I'm being repressed!
Enclave goes into your pockets and grabs, I'm going to say, the small blue one.
The one that I yoinked on so long ago.
And shows it to the king, who shows genuine interest. And he says, what does it do? And Enclave says, this is the essence of what the gods become.
When they die.
When we kill them.
Richard, break it up.
So therefore the question is not what does it do, my king, it's what can it do for you?
Hmm?
He deliberates, or he hears you, and he actually seems to deliberate on what you're saying, but not in the way that you hoped.
Still better than where it was going.
And he's deliberating, and Clave tries to take his attention back and says, they have possibly murdered a god that we worship. Okay. And
You gave us flack.
The spoon.
How did they give you flack?
Being cute.
We're on camera.
No, we're not.
Microphone. We're on camera. I point to the microphone.
Oh.
Thankfully not on camera anymore.
And Clave says whether or not they killed a being that was or was not powerful and an all-powerful being, they have committed crimes against the gods through their actions by ravaging their corpses essentially and keeping them for themselves. And the king rises and says, "Hold them until I decide."
Do you consider yourself a pious man, my king?
Unequivocally.
Why?
I don't need to answer your questions.
Do you
And
not have one?
he starts to make his
Push
way
it,
out of his
push
throne
it.
room and says, "Look into the souls. Find out everything you can." And more learned men pick your pockets and find the rest of them.
I'm gonna turn to one of them. I don't care which,
Okay.
and I'm gonna flash Gorgon. Just cause.
D20.
Natural 13 plus what is it?
It successfully works.
Yeah, oh, that's right.
And
It's just a spell.
upon doing so, they see that you're a Gorgon. And you are instantly punched to the ground by a guard and dragged by your neck somewhere else.
Cool.
Well, then I have to flash Gorgon and a guard too. 19.
You flash Gorgon a guard, and you are then tackled by two more, who carry you head facing down,
Ooh.
all the way down. You feel yourself going downstairs. You are guided by the hand gently, and you are guided downstairs. So eventually, after meandering through different hallways, and you hear not braying, weeping, neighing.
Oh no. Is that my
As,
buddy?
that sound very familiar. And you are all three guided into a cell across the hall from Angoromir.
I'm not crying.
Oh,
You're
there
crying.
he is. Hi, buddy.
Hi.
You look on and he's very obviously weeping.
Missed you.
No.
No.
Okay, maybe. Hey, heal me, please.
Pretty sure I got knocked out cold.
You're
No?
not knocked
Oh, I
out
just got
cold.
put.
Your stubbornness kept you awake.
We got dragged by
and
our
then we
head.
get right on that sort of thing.
How you been?
Hurtyful. Someone guided me into.
Full heal.
Thank you so much. Someone guided me to a very pleasing looking, suitable centaur room.
Sex dungeon?
Where I like where you're going with that, but no. Where the floor fell through. I believe it was a trap. And now I lost my train of thought. Thank you for the full heal.
Yes.
That's a shame.
You hear something just as the guards are leaving. They lock the door and then they leave down
Together at last.
the hallway. You hear somebody, could be the king, could be a guard, you're not quite sure, say, "Hammer, take them to the study."
Oh.
Oh, yay.
Hammer, like
A friend.
buddy?
Hammer.
So obviously Hammer's
This
gonna
is why I don't
let
make
us escape
friends,
through
I
the
tell you,
trash
it's not
compactor
worth
and
it.
we're all good.
What do you
But be
want to
careful,
do?
he might put a beacon on our crappy space Winnebago. Yeah.
What do you want to do?
I just wait for Hammer.
Yeah, pretty much.
I go, oh,
So,
I grumble about how I don't make friends because I always get betrayed.
is that why you got drunk?
Well, no, I just felt like I'm sorry. I'm
see.
sobering up as we speak.
If that wasn't a sobering experience, I don't know what is.
Solidarity.
So, all of the progress we just made, gone. They took all three of them.
Fuck politics.
If the four of you try to wait for someone to come get you, for Hammer, for a friendly face, no one comes.
How big is our cell?
You three have enough room to lay down, and you can probably still nudge each other if you open your arms out wide. But beyond that, you don't have much more.
I'll check the door for Any obvious weaknesses I might be able to exploit magically? 13.
You experience something that you have never experienced before. Your magical senses seem to be shut off.
Yeah, wonderful. I try and just cast Mage Light.
Nothing happens.
So that full heal I hit Jeff with earlier didn't go?
It didn't go.
Oh.
I should have said that a little bit ago, and I apologize. I meant to, and I apologize. But yes, you are still down 33.
This place sucks.
So what happened?
So they brought us in front of the king,
Wait.
railroaded us into talking about killing gods, stole all 3 of the souls, and threw us in here.
I was
How about
talking
you?
about killing gods. We flashed Gorgon the guy too. Both of us did.
Yeah, it was fun.
Speaking of, are you two okay?
Why
My
would I
head
not be?
hurts.
Your head's hanging sideways.
Right, it's like one eye of mine is just pointing the wrong way, and I'm like, yeah, why?
Do I notice that his like full heal and stuff like doesn't work? Like he's going through. Okay, so I kind of like freak out a little bit, and I try
Also,
casting a Mage
magical
Light.
impotence.
So I just get like really sad because Noah's not with me right now, and it's like
I have arcane dysfunction.
I'm going to
There's a pill for that.
fast forward a bit, like a cutscene.
okay.
Minutes become hours. Hours become days.
Oh shit! Without food and water.
You are fed, but it's rudely different than what you were fed before. You guys come to know each other quite well, if you know what I mean.
What?
Oh. I mean, I wasn't really attracted to them in that way, but
I mean in the sense that there is no privacy here.
right.
We're pissing in the corner in a bucket.
Well, I've got a fucking horse dick, so you've seen it before.
So there is this undeniable bond that comes through the 4 of you, even more so than before. By saving each other's lives, by fighting together, by searching together, by losing the star together. And now you are in prison for days, maybe even more than a week, and you're not quite sure. You are never called out of the cell. You are never pulled out. You're never questioned. You're just here. Every once in a while, there is a guard that crosses the hallway back and forth. Not like in patrol, but like there's a room on the other side of the hall. But you know that you came out at your guys' cells across the hall from him, so bear with me. From your guys' vantage point, you came in through the left. And Gormir, you saw them come in from your right. Okay? So you are like really lingering on this thought of like, if only I could go right. Or if only I could go left. And hope begins to dwindle because you're really mystified that Hammer hasn't come down even to say something to you. And you remember that Undyne was a guard here as well. So you start to wonder, what's the reason that they could not be coming? Are we a liability? Are we a lost cause? Were they found out?
Spies?
Were they killed? Did they try to get us out? You don't know.
Does my mental prowess work in here?
Nope.
Not even inside the cell, like to talk to... Okay.
Does not.
Is there anybody else?
Actually,
Oh.
that's not fair. Give me a d20, please.
10 plus 11 magic.
It does not.
Is there anybody in the cells next to us?
Is there
You did. That's a very good question. Sometimes you could swear you are hearing more people down the hall, but you're also starting to wonder if there's just the skittering of rats, or your hope that there are more people.
Nobody knows.
Until one day,
Hold on, I had a question
Well, we're all giving each other
about the passage of time. So they have, over the course of days and getting to know each other with this bonding, they have told
You
me
too.
exact, they've told me exact details of what happened up there, right? With
Oh, yeah.
with,
Can't imagine
like,
there's much else to
souls
do.
and everything. So, like, situationally, all the different families, the implications of what it means when you have the stones, like their fear of or hatred towards us for having the stones because it implies that we killed gods and stuff like that.
Enclave of Claves.
Because
Spark.
boy, I wish I was up there during that scene. Let me tell you.
Sure you do, buddy.
Ooh,
I'm
yeah, I
sure
would have said
you
some things.
do, buddy.
I take back what I was going to do.
Okay.
Because I was going to do something, but I realized that would have been talking out loud, and I don't know who's listening.
That's right. Back to our magic
So
prison
my
tattoos.
only other thing that I had a question of was, I imagine at some point I stroked that like onyx spike and I like studied it and stuff to the best of my ability, right?
Is that what the kids are calling it these days?
Yeah.
I know.
I'm gonna go into my
I'm gonna
private
go stroke
cell
the
and
spike.
stroke my onyx spike, if you know what I mean. And by that I mean literally.
First of all, I don't like how you use the word onyx.
Thanks.
My God.
I'm not saying anything.
Okay, so until one day.
Until one day, there is a guard that walks by that you guys are so used to this action
Morning,
that,
Jerry.
that you don't even look up. You might say a comment like that, but you don't
Oh, I
even
do.
you don't even look until you hear the sound of a clink clink clink.
I'm just imagining I'm like in the corner, like arm up, just head back, eyes closed, and just blink. One eye opens.
No one's there.
Jerry.
Samantha.
You got some explaining to do.
I don't like this, Jerry.
One of you in the 3-person cell stands up and sees that there is a key that has been dropped into your cell.
Oh, fuck.
Who's got the longest arms? Oh wait, it's in our cell.
Into your cell.
That'd be me.
We didn't see who came by.
None of you really cared to look up because no one's paid attention to you since you were dropped in here. Literally.
I will immediately grab that key and try it on the lock.
You do so
I'm
and
so
feel
curious.
a
I'm
small scroll of paper wrapped around the stock of the key. You may peel it off and then like try the key.
I'll pass the paper to Pyra.
I'll unfurl it.
You open the door easily. Then you read. You read.
You read.
You read.
It's dark in here until Dionysia immediately tries her mage light as soon as she's out of the cell.
You have 3 minutes before they come back.
Oh, Jesus, let's get the hell out of here.
I read that aloud.
When I hear the door open, I go, "Hey!"
Oh, and that coupled with we have 3 minutes. I'm like, has it over to Angoromir's cell and unlock that as well.
I'm going to set a timer for 3 minutes. I'm not playing around.
Okay, so tell us when you started.
1, 2, 3.
Not the way we came in.
Okay.
Eh?
Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Do we still have all of our stuff?
No,
Is it anywhere in this room?
you cannot tell.
I will
Or it's
activate
not
a mage light.
in this area.
We
of
have
the
no
cells.
recollection of where it was or where it was taken.
What was taken from you, and you can vaguely remember that it was taken not the way you came.
Yep, then
I
yeah.
think we should just assign a party leader to just provide instant actions.
Oh, yeah. She's...
Okay.
Just
Got
like,
it.
basically,
Alright.
we're all following you.
Mage light, mage light, mage light.
Yep.
There they go.
None of them activate.
None of them activate.
Okay.
Alonzi, let's just go. We're gonna go
You-
opposite from where we were taken in.
You find that there is a hallway that you can go left, and there's a doorway right there. There are a few cells at the end of this hallway, but then the hallway ends.
I will try the door closest to us.
It opens. This is obviously a barracks or a way for guards to actually settle and have a break, and there are several chests in here. No guards are in here.
Any visible weapons?
No.
Then I don't think
Kick
there's
the
any
chest
use.
open, see if our stuff's in here.
Oh yeah, good call. Let's. However many chests. If there's 4 chests, each of us take one.
Yeah.
There are 3 chests. You find all of your gear.
Ah, thank you, God. I was gonna skip it. Thank you.
Okay.
All right,
We
re-equip.
equip.
Yep.
Yep.
Re-equip.
We're both just like. Ah!
Okay.
There's nothing else really in here that matters.
Do our spells work now?
Mage lights do.
Okay.
Oh,
So,
sick.
I will.
Activate.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
How about like
Same.
fairy?
No.
Okay. Alonzi, back the other way.
As soon as you re-enter the hallway, the lights knocks.
Okay.
Okay. Other cells. Anybody in them?
There are 3 bodies in the last cell. That makes sense as to what you were hearing during the past week.
I don't like how you say bodies.
Do we
They're
recognize
dead?
them?
They're dead.
Okay.
What?
Do we recognize them?
No.
Skip them.
Yeah.
Let's keep moving.
We don't have time.
Yep. Keep
the,
going.
The only way out is the way you came in.
What's at the end of this
We
way?
have all our stuff.
Just
That's
that
true.
side.
Now we can fight our way
Yeah,
out.
fuck it. I got my big ass claymore.
All right, let's do it. Back out the way we came.
Back up way out. There are no guards at the top of the stairs, and you are suddenly in a hallway. There is the way forward,
Market.
where there is a door. There is also a door immediately to your right. Based on your time, you are hearing footsteps coming towards you guys.
From where we need to be
Directly.
going. Dive into the side room.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. You guys dive into the side room. I am stopping the timer. Well done, guys.
Does everybody stay silent?
Well done. You were at almost exactly 2 minutes, 30 seconds. It's a good thing I didn't do the original time, which was 2 minutes. I was almost really hard. You guys find yourselves
In a market.
in a minor study area that could be used for like tutelage of a student or maybe young children. It looks very familiar to any of you that received an education. Yes, Trevor.
The souls weren't with our gear, were they?
Correct. You see that at the very far end of this very far end of this room, there's an opening in the wall. Just a couple inches wide, like a line that just goes straight up. And you have to like really catch yourself and like re-look at it again. And it is there. It's a door in the wall.
Oh, sick.
Like accidentally left ajar?
Yes.
Ooh, let's go
But
down
is it a
there.
door or is it a jar?
It's both. But the point is that this is a passage meant to be concealed.
Do I know how he got the key?
You can all just surmise that someone dropped it in there because all of you heard it clink onto the
And
ground.
it had a note on it for us. So it was
So am I
intentional.
aware of the note?
Yeah.
She
I
read it
would
aloud.
have read it out loud. If not, I will tell
Maybe
everybody about
that door was left ajar on purpose
purpose.
for us.
Yeah. It's the only way out that doesn't lead right to guards. Sorry, it's the only way out that doesn't lead to guards.
Yeah, I'm down.
Anything in
do
here worth taking?
Let's find out.
It's also not worth standing around either.
No, nothing that really. I would say
Audi.
in your current mental state, you don't look
Yeah.
around enough to look
No,
for
we
treasure.
would not go
Yeah.
hard looking.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys.
Also, I do want to. I'm sorry. I do want to point out I have weird ass runes on my fucking character sheet again. Just want to let you all know. It looks like it's 2 words, but I can't make it out. That's not an accident.
So what do you?
Either Tommy's fucking with me or this is really important.
Huh.
Yeah, and it doesn't even look kind of like something.
Oh look, I've got some too.
Come check and make sure.
Oh, me too.
God damn it, guys. I noticed this crap earlier and no one checked
I
their sheets.
know,
Nope.
God, and mine's different than
Wait.
yours.
Oh, they are all different. Okay, that's going to come into play later.
They're
So
cool
through
symbols.
there, does Mage Light and stuff work now?
Yes.
While we were in our cells,
Jeff is so
Will you
upset. What, Jeffrey?
The fact it's written on our character sheets, I can do as a person in real life, can do what I will with that.
Yes.
Because it's on my character sheets.
Yes.
It's not meta.
Correct. I will say right now,
This is a Greek alphabet.
if you choose to delete those words, they're not coming back.
Huh?
look at us.
What?
If you choose to erase those characters,
You ain't never getting them back.
I'm not writing them again.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I wasn't planning on getting rid of them. I just I feel like I should look up the what it
Greek
says in
alphabet.
Greek. I feel like
Oh,
I should do
yeah.
that sooner or later because I think it was
Love
important
that.
to this session.
It's a silly
Maybe we
alphabet.
wouldn't have gotten captured. I don't know.
Fairy, things like that. Does that all work now?
Yes.
And while we were locked up, did we regain our MP?
Yes.
Oh, that is a fabulous question. Thank you. But our HP is still missing. Yes.
I mean, it was weeks
It
of
was
resting.
at least a week. Let me be fair. Let's go by the actual injuries you sustained. Trevor, you will be at full health. Agate, you'll be at full health. Pyra, you'll definitely be at full health. Let me see how well you are doing after your fall, Jeff. You'll fine.
I'm good.
I'm going to be incredibly kind and actually put you all back to full.
Super duper. Thank you.
Now imagine if that fall knocked you out and she couldn't revive you.
Oh god. That's a lot of bleed out checks.
Fucking expand, damn it.
What's in this room? Mage light.
So the hallway.
Yes,
So your
going through the
maze
secret
light
door.
is like, ironically, like a godsend. As soon as you can actually really see it in its true brightness, you're like, I've missed you.
Oh, magic.
Because the hallway is pitch black. As soon as you close that door behind you, there's nothing. There is a left and a
you see
right
something different.
that you can clearly see lead to the end of a hallway, and there's another door like the one you just entered to your left, leading into another room, or there's a pathway that leads further on to the right and like bends out of sight.
Are there any signs that, like this door was left open for us? Are there any distinct signs like that somebody left us a
No.
breadcrumb?
You can instantly tell though that this is a servant's passage. Meant to be concealed, not field. Don't let them know. What? You love me.
Consult,
you know
don't
it.
felt.
Clap your hands.
Just laugh, please! Is it possible to, like, send your mage light, damn it, away from you?
Yes. Up to the point where it loses your sight.
I'm gonna send it to the right.
It unfortunately does not reveal anything clear. No breadcrumbs, no papers, no signs. No, hey, do you see over here? It just bends to your right, out of sight.
Ditto to the left now,
I
though.
just want to let everyone know. Never mind, it's not the quick help.
No. Very good.
It just looked kind of Greekish. I don't
Greeky.
know.
It's not any number
Kingy.
of other
Kingy.
ancient things. That
He is the
I can
kingy of all Greeky.
think of, but I will keep trying.
Pyra, I'm going to say you notice this is
almost
a little
looks
bit
like
of a retcon.
Phoenician.
You notice an exoticness about the garb of the three bodies in the last cell.
Okay.
They came from a faraway land.
Are they centaurs?
No, none of them were centaurs. Good question, though. Do you guys want to go left or right?
Do we want to go left or right? The right just gently slopes out of sight when I send the mage light. What about the left when I send the mage light? There was another door down there.
There's another door leading to another room beyond.
I'm thinking
right?
right, because left is just going to bring us back to where the guards were, I think. Eventually it's just going to loop back in other rooms.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay, yeah.
I love that, Aisha. Alright, we're going to go right.
Okay, you go right.
Was
You
it
are-
the right choice?
You are starting to feel quite secure, actually, as you make your way down this passageway because there's very limited sound. You can hear some people talking, but they're not like right on top of you, and you're actually starting to feel like we're making progress. We're going to be okay. We're all right. You do notice something odd, though, that you still can't mental prowess.
Not even amongst the party.
Nope. Eventually, you are actually sloping upward into another level of the castle, probably one floor higher.
You said we heard voices at the end?
You're hearing like some people whispering in other rooms around you because this is a servant's passageway.
Okay.
So you're not necessarily passing more doors to go through, but you're hearing people in other rooms.
Got it.
And then eventually, you do come to another door that is slightly ajar. On your right.
Okay. Anything else in this area where we're seeing the door?
Not immediately. There's nothing like evidence of like anything left for you, or again, no clues or notes. Just the door slightly open, and the passage does keep on going.
I'll open up the door and just kind of like look through, see if anything's on the other side.
Instantly, you can tell it's a bedroom, and there are two people heavily moaning.
Oh. Oh god, it
Keep
smells
watching.
musky. Musk.
It's been quite a while since you've seen other people, so
Such
oh god, a
stamos.
butt. Oh, a butt. That's a butt. All right.
Oh, it's Harry.
My
That's not my
lazy
deal.
You can see that there is the doorway leading out of this bedroom directly straight right there, and the bed is to the right. And you can also tell based on their position and intensity, they're quite occupied.
I'm gonna look back and just look at the rest of the party. Just
Do we recognize him?
Good question. You can't tell from where you are.
Recognize what? What's in sight?
Big boy. Big boy.
That's what she said.
Big boy.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and sneak past the
If I was playing an
copulating
evil
couple.
character, I'd play this so differently.
Oh yeah. What, like in a cock block sense, or
No, in a what's actually best for our safety kind of sense.
oh, kill him.
And like just use them basically.
So
Use them, kill them.
I'm gonna be completely honest with you, okay?
No.
I just finished for like the 14th time. I just finished Dishonored. I love that game, and this has been written for a while. But I was playing that, then rewatching this. I'm like, oh my god, I know exactly what my motivation was. Anyway, so you guys, are you going to try to sneak past, or are you going to go back into the hall?
That's my plan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sneak
We're
past.
still playing follow the leader.
I like sneak past.
Sneaky. No, it's gonna be hard with Sir Clippity Clop.
Is it carpeted floor?
Yes.
Ah.
This is a good question. This is a very plush castle. Everything seems to be made for comfort and to be impressive. Carpet is also unheard of in Elysium. Yes.
mental prowess. Do I have the capability of like almost like projecting a suggestion into somebody's mind? Like the reason I ask is like I feel like if we start drawing even a little bit of attention, like they see us out of their peripheral, just kind of go into their heads and just refocus them on what they're currently doing. Okay, I figured that was a bit of a stretch, but I was just like,
It's
that'd be
going.
cool.
It's going from Matt Parkman season 1 to Matt Parkman season 3. And no.
Yeah, I know what that meant.
Heroes. Yeah.
No wonder I didn't know what the fuck you meant.
Anyway, I want you to give me a sneak check. You are not Phobos anymore.
Spectacles, testicles, wallet, and watch. 16.
You sneak beautifully and like do a little like karate roll all the way to the door. Open it. It's unlocked. It is
All
a
while
jeweled,
staring at the woman.
It is a jeweled doorknob,
Ooh.
and it opens smoothly across the carpet. You peer out. There's no guards from what you can see. You close it slightly. You look back at the woman and wink, and she can't see you because she's obviously
okay.
into it.
You know.
Give me a cunning check.
Misa?
Yes.
15.
Trevor, you recognize the man as being down in court a week ago. The woman, or the girl, obviously 18, obviously legal, not like a child. Please trust me. She's an adult, and a consenting one at that.
There you go.
Looks remarkably like the king.
Oh, somebody's boinking the queen.
Oh.
You said I recognize the man, right?
It's the
Yes.
daughter, perhaps.
Oh, I'm gonna commit his face to memory. And also hers.
Does he also look like the king?
No.
So it's not the Targaryens.
You can instantly tell that this room is not plush enough to be considered a king's quarters.
Yeah,
It's plush, but it's not like what you would expect.
Somebody's boinking.
So, and Goromir, Agate, and Pyra, you see your friend literally just easily make it your way across this room, and you're motivated. You're just like, that was easy. And I can get a show.
Oh, that's easy! What's the capital of Assyria? I don't know that.
Monty Python.
What's your favorite color?
Green.
Blue.
No.
No, yellow.
My
What is it again?
airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow.
Quietly.
Sneak check.
Oh, God.
What's your dex?
My dex is 0. 1.
So 6.
Ooh.
Nice. 6. Yeah. Maybe I should have gone last.
You're fine.
Oh, yeah.
Did you roll like double sixes or some
The
shit?
second one was double sixes,
Jesus
so that
Christ.
was a for sure you're fine. And Goromir and Agate.
They got distracted with a capital D.
Dex check.
Sneak check, yeah.
3 plus 7.
You're fine.
12.
You're fine. Shockingly, I even gave you a minus because of your bulk, but you made it.
Yay.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to
No.
be fair.
I'm really struggling to play good right now.
Oh. I will say, if you wanted to have Angoromir react differently to this situation, it would only make sense. You feel betrayed by good-willed people that you thought were good-willed, but probably weren't.
I'm not lowering myself to this person's level.
Okay. I do like his struggle, though. That's really cool. The four of you are now at the door. What have you done while they were making their way over? Did you wait for them,
I'm keeping an eye out for guards. I have the door cracked just the tiniest bit open, looking into the hallway, making sure the coast is clear.
Absolutely no guards walk by.
So what's the distinction between like left and right? What are the paths we have open to us?
Left, right, and a door directly across the way.
The door just looks like all the same ones we've been going in and out of, right? It's just like another chamber.
It looks older, and there is a note on it.
Oh, I'm gonna go look at the note.
Okay. So I want you to give me a cunning check as soon as you leave this door frame. So instantly you see, or you hear first, then see, there were two guards far to the right. They don't see you, but they're talking to each other with their backs to you. They're just like, whoa, blah, yeah, blah, and more blah, yeah, blah.
Mwah, 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 mwah.
So they don't see you. To the left is a long hallway that also bends away. So there's no one coming from the left. Yes, you bend. I know. Go on. We all know.
We all know. So is the internet now.
TNT.
Oh god. Okay, what's the note say?
The note says, until further notice, no one may enter Daedalus' workshop without his own permission or the king's.
Well, of course we have
Wait.
to go in there.
As in the captain who wouldn't leave the Hifadum ship? Oh, you bet your fucking ass I'm going in there.
Just kick it down.
Yeah.
Hey, fucker! Yes or no this?
I remember you.
Surprise mode.
If you try to kick it...
No, of course I don't
Okay.
try and kick it. I just
Okay.
enter.
Okay.
I'm in super stealth mode.
Yeah. I want you to
Mission
give me...
Impossible, this biatch.
I want you to give me a cunning check again. The rest of the party, I want to know what you do next.
16.
Okay. What was the threshold that I gave? Hold on. What does the rest of the party doing with this stuff?
With him opening the next door.
With him now in the hallway, period.
Mental prowess.
Oh, I'm waiting for him to make a commitment to a direction, basically, to follow.
So you
Yeah.
are currently still in the room with the sexified people.
Well, I'm like in the doorway, and technically in the room still. Yes.
Me too.
Yeah.
I came out after her.
Okay, so you're in the hallway?
So you're like looking, you're just like,
I'm in the hallway.
Hallway. Okay. Give me a willpower check, please.
I feel like saying a hallway, people would notice a horse.
Of course.
This is a 6 plus willpower?
Willpower.
Is 6, 12.
You're good. You manage to keep your patience enough, and also just not to stay distracted by the scene next to you. So you're staying quiet and not moving.
I'm not offering to join in.
You ever see a horse dick?
Okay.
Once you go horse, you'll say, of course.
If you try to open the door, it will not open.
I'm gonna look back at Pyra and just mouth.
D20 Pyra.
Light the door on fire.
I thought about it. 9.
0 cunning?
Yeah.
Okay. Agate, your turn.
Damn it. Oh, 3.
Light the edge of their blanket on fire before we leave.
Oh god, there's the evil.
Then all the guards would come this way.
Exactly. As we're leaving.
Everyone would see this possibly cheating, possibly not okay, possibly just fine couple.
So looks like the king. So somebody's boinking the king's sister is my guess.
So we have an option for it to be the
daughter.
queen, the sister, or the daughter.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to throw an aunt.
Grandma.
It was a younger person.
She had the kids early.
And the son aged faster.
Olympia's weird. Alright.
So-
I'm gonna make note of this and then go down the hallway opposite the guards.
Opposite the guards.
Away from the guards.
Okay. Do you follow?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look back at the room and just kind of and do the whole I see hand gesture and point at the way of the guards.
Okay.
Basically, if anyone's like making a motion, if anyone's like making a motion to like continue, like I'm following, basically, because the eyes in the front have the best vantage.
Okay. I want the 4 of you now to give me a cunning hearing check to see if you can hear what the guards are saying.
This is cool.
13.
15.
Nope.
At least estimate.
3.
All right, Pyra and Dionysia, you hear the guards talking about something about
Metal Gear.
it really is unfortunate that one of the most brilliant minds in Elysium has just really been, what's the right word? And the other one says stunted. And he's like, no, not stunted, but like damaged, I guess. Like ever since Icarus died, he's not the same person. And that's all you really managed to hear before you're like, we should go.
That's sad.
No, Icarus.
We kill the guards.
Icarus dead.
I know,
We
guys.
need more Icarus.
I could use a new loom.
Go to your
But
uncle.
how are we
No,
gonna get it
off.
out?
Go to your uncle.
What?
As you guys make your way to the left, there are several doors along the walls. If you were to try any of them, they would all be locked. There's no keyhole on them. They're just locked.
We still have the key from the dungeon, yeah?
Yes.
Write that down so I don't forget.
Eventually, you come to a very sudden, it's right here, opening. That's a very large room with several doors along its walls. 3, in fact. 1 straight, 1 left, 1 right. Typical dungeon. And in this room, there are exactly 4 guards.
Oh, that's handy.
I'm going to say so suddenly like, oh, we're in a room. Because you turn the corner and it's there. And so suddenly that all 4 of them are just like, hey!
Oh. Flash Gorgon.
Go for it. Out. Let's go.
18.
Cool.
So, pretty sure.
Yes.
And I'm hoping...
I have some questions before I act.
Yeah.
The room? No one else is in the room.
Oh,
Just
sorry,
4 guards.
Not from what you can tell right now.
Are they within earshot of being slaughtered?
Within earshot of being slaughtered?
Yes. So, like, if they were to die, would people know?
It depends on how vocally they died.
No, I'm just imagining each
Well,
one
more
during
guards.
stab does that exact noise, just...
Oh! Oh, it seems I've been impaled.
Oh, God.
I've been impaled.
So, a couple of flash gorgons would be super.
Yeah, I already did one.
And is it cool if I play super fucking evil right now?
I mean, I don't like these people.
Hurry up so I can do my flash gorgon.
No, do your flash gorgon first. Shit, fuck.
Shit.
Fuck,
I
shit.
can't, the DM is not here.
Shit, fuck.
Okay.
He's right there.
I'm gonna
Fucking
flash
shit.
gorgon another one. With an 18.
Hey, we rolled the same.
So I'm going to say the 2 that are right in the middle that were charging straight for you guys both stop. And you're just like, what? Right. I'm sorry. I'm right behind Taylor.
What?
The 2 that were on either side are still coming, and they both have spears. And you're just like, oh, we haven't seen spears in a while.
No spears.
Oh, they're actually charging to attack us.
Yes.
Oh, then I don't have to
Stupid
give
weapon
them
for
an
such
ultimatum.
close
Good.
No. Yeah, go to town, brother.
Because I was going to be all like, make a sound and die, basically.
Hello, my name is Angoromir. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Ira, you have initiative because you have ranged.
Oh. I mean, yeah.
Or
They might scream.
Oh my God, fireball. That would perhaps make big noise, though. I am being meta. You do your turn. Came in like a fireball. I just want to burn them all.
I have a fire trap too. But I also have a new thing called ice coffin.
Only if you want to.
Oh, you got ice coffin.
I did. I figured I'd change it up a little bit.
Dude, if you CC'd a third one, that'd be great.
It'd be fucking stupendous.
Yeah, no, whoops. I'm gonna do
Good
that.
save.
Thank you. 14.
No, I can do it.
Oh, that was so close to a nat 20.
Definitely works.
14. Cool.
I'm sorry, which one did you end up doing?
Ice coffin.
Ice Coffin. Okay. Go on.
2d4. That's magic.
Eins,
4.
zwei,
7 plus my magic is now 12.
19.
19.
And they are frozen or they're slowed?
Freezes target for 2 turns.
Ice damage too.
2 turns.
Yep, yep.
Ours is only good for
I
1
know, I was
turn.
just thinking that.
Or it's dang it!
Thinking that. Who made these rules?
Does it say anything beyond that? It just freezes target for 2 turns.
So it says free dealing ice damage per turn.
Oh,
Per
2d4 magic ice damage per turn. Yeah,
I was like,
that's
wait a
it.
minute. Yeah,
That's freaking dope.
good.
God, I miss playing an elementalist. They're good. They are so good.
Okay.
Oh, that was.
Yes.
I should take
Okay, same like you. No, wait.
Alive.
I feel so alive. Yeah. For the very first time, I can't deny you. Okay.
Well, you said
Did
I
we
like
just start
that.
singing
feel
POD?
His eye sounded.
I okay. So there you go. There's that.
And you're like, click,
I do not
click,
activate
boom.
Noah,
it's still alive yet.
even though I should have done it like automatically, but I didn't want to give myself away or create any lights in the dark, sexy time room.
Technically, I should have actually had you guys, like, say that you knocked your mage lights as you entered the lit room, but whatever.
No,
You made it past the
dude,
sexified
it
people.
was just mood lighting. We were helping.
Mood lighting.
You know, I missed a golden opportunity
Oh yeah.
to walk into that room and just
Let that be the battle music.
Sexy sax
No, I
man.
have battle music right here.
Comes in.
okay.
11.
Dun, dun,
Man, I
dun,
use
dun,
mana.
dun, dun, dun,
Man, I use mana. Mana, mana, mana.
Mana Shevitz.
So I'm down to 30,
Man alive.
34 out of 50 MP suddenly. Because I went
And then
and
charge.
I'm charging
And smite.
the non-CC'd guard because 2 are Flash Gorgon and 1 is Ice Coffins. And I'm smiting as I'm raising my lightsaber.
Jeez Louise, this
Each-
guy's just gonna be cloven in 2.
Each of you attacked a different person. You will not get this.
Yeah, I won't get it, but I dig it.
So
It's a BioWare game.
this is my smite roll because it's technically a separate roll.
Must be Jacob
Okay, it's
Highway.
successful. And is my attack able to get off this turn?
Yes.
Yes.
Because you have charge.
Jade Empire.
Alright, here we go.
I haven't played it.
Face! I rolled a 1.
Oh,
That was epically.
that sucks.
I'm going to have to say that you, unfortunately, also deactivate your sword.
That is really shitty because my smite goes away and my sword goes away.
Oh,
Bye bye 13 MP.
Rip. Damn.
I would audibly curse in front of this guy, but my minor
However-
action's taken up.
He
Cursing's
misses
an
you.
instant.
Smite is an instant. Summoning my sword is a minor. Charge is a major action.
Cursing's an instant.
Curse is
Depends on how much you want to feel it.
well.
Alright. It's player phase again.
Wow, did he just whiff a bunch of times or something?
No,
Nope.
he
One
whiffed
guy whiffed.
once.
And the other 3 are CC'd.
Uh-huh. So it's your guys' game.
Can I begrudgingly please reactivate everything and attack this fool?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead, man.
Ira's like, no, fireball.
I'm still drawing my sword because it's that big.
Hold on.
Nickel for every time I had that, never mind.
Yeah. Oh, the fight starts.
Just making like super sexual noises while you're pulling your claymore out of its sheath. Just
It's one of those Final Fantasy swords, you know. It's
Yeah.
got some real.
Stupidly
some
big.
heft, if you know what I'm
All right.
saying. Tommy, your cheeks are looking a little red there, buddy.
I've been really pink today. I'm not really sure what's up with that.
Excuses.
Are you feeling feverish?
A little bit. I mean,
Things
like
just
on
a
the edge
little
of
hot
sick.
for you.
Smites.
Sweet egg.
Not successful.
Cool.
I don't lose the mana for it, though. Attack.
Definitely hits.
It's 2d6 now for my summon sword. Hallelujah. 5 and 6 is, 11. 17 plus 7 is 24. Rolling high made up for all the crap.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Alright, now I've drawn my big ass sword.
You know that after this round of turns, the guards are going to unfreeze. They were frozen last turn.
Yeah.
Yes?
Is it their turn that they're frozen on? Oh, duh. Because, like, Flash Gorgon just has one turn.
Yes.
Yep.
So they're
Is
going
it
to
the
get their
one?
So
next
their
one.
battle phase skips.
When
so
we're
which
done,
means
we're
they're-
going to get attacked.
Got it.
Yes.
Okay, I'm just making sure that I had it right.
Except for the ice
That-
coffee.
yeah,
Yours
that
is
one
two
Yours
was-
goes
turns.
on for longer.
Okay.
Yes.
Who's... Are they all within relatively the same proximity to
Yeah.
me? Who has the most damage?
The one he attacked. The one
I
that's
attack
not.
Noah. Or I mean, I activate
You
Noah.
attack your fairy?
I activate Noah.
Well, you missed because he wasn't activated, so
Thank you.
go on.
Before I forgot, I had to do that. Sorry.
Blah!
Sorry.
I think that was the sound effect of hitting the bad guy.
Whatever.
I would like to...
I've spent 27 MP so far.
I want to try to behead that one.
Blows
Because
dicks.
why not?
Efficiency.
Oh,
hits.
14 plus
Yeah, you do.
13.
Shit, I have
It
efficiency.
hits.
Wow.
This is what Agate does as she fights.
Mr. No Karen Alright.
If I play a barbarian, that would be my barbarian rage.
I would like to.
25 damage.
Ooh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like,
Just
I'm
kill
not...
somebody and be like, be gone with him!
You don't kill him, but he is on his back without his weapon. And he is quickly on the verge of death.
Okay, I would like to slam him for good measure. Can I do that?
Sure.
Curb stop.
Oh, with a 3. Motherfuck. Plus, 14.
It hits.
Oh! Cool.
I want to
Plus,
say,
absurdly
I
high.
want to take advantage of the freezing that's going on. Because they take extra damage.
Did
They
he
don't
fall
take it
over?
immediately, but they take
What's
it when they
that?
unfreeze.
Did he fall over?
Oh, yeah.
He's already fallen over. He's dead.
Maybe a
Oh,
fireball.
okay. Sick.
That guard is dead. We have the 2 frozen by Gorgon gazes,
I got my
and
bad
one that is
slammed
frozen
him.
that's literally
My
frozen.
slam.
You first.
Slam!
They're all kind of together-ish.
Yeah. What were you thinking?
I'm going to cast Fireball.
Oh, good call.
Nobody saw that
Oh,
coming.
no one at all. For 2.
Oh, you misfired?
Wait, don't you have the thing? What's your spell fail
A
rate?
2 would still be a
Oh,
fail,
ones
I
and
believe.
twos.
It's okay.
Anything else?
Fuck!
Get off her back.
No, I don't think so.
I will say that story-wise, it's because you haven't practiced that spell in a while, because you haven't felt your magic in a while. You're like, ow,
Oh, yeah, that's
ah.
how I do it. Yeah.
Swear to God, this never happens.
Dionysia.
I'm a healer. I'm gonna use magic missiles. I'm gonna target all 3 of them on the dude that I Flash Gorgoned. Cast.
Guys,
Such a good game.
we're really bad.
My spell failure rate's
I'm
only
not.
5% though. So does that mean?
Then that would go off.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Right?
Well, how is it only 5% though? You have
I
spellcasting and what else?
have 11 willpower. Doesn't that lower the spell failure
No.
rate?
Yeah,
No,
it
that
increases
increases
the
burst rate. So why the hell did I write that wrong? I've got it written down.
yeah, the weapon you gave him gives him a bonus to casting rate.
Does the staff decrease your failure rate?
No, it increases my spell burst.
Oh.
I think I wrote it wrong. I will revisit my stats.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
So anyway, it fails.
Yeah.
Because improved casting by 5% increases spell burst chance. Yeah, I think I'm on crack.
So I was gonna say 3 should be eliminated, or 3 should be successful.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's naturally 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
So if you eliminate a 5% chance of failure, then it's just gonna be 1 and 2s will fail.
Doesn't one of the stats lower your? No, it's not that it lowers your spell fail. It just increases your spell burst.
Yes.
Sorry, Cody, I kicked you. Then.
Any minor or instant?
At
All
the
right.
guy until he comes out of it.
The one frozen takes another 19 damage.
Damn, man, our turn sucked.
Yeah, it did. We had such a great intro. Except for you.
The two
Look
that
at
were
me, I'm wasting
frozen-
MP.
One frozen by Gorgons. The ones frozen by Gorgon are now unfrozen, and they now charge the horse. What's your defense, Ingormir?
11.
One misses, one hits.
Okay.
Dex. And other factors like if you have a two-handed weapon, certain items.
Oh, okay.
So mine's mostly coming from my items and stuff.
Gotcha.
So I'm getting +1 from that.
You
I'm getting
take
+1 from
17
that, I'm getting
damage.
+1
14,
from
suck it.
this because I'm healing with 2 hands. And then I think I got an ability that boosts
And
that. Okay.
suddenly it's player phase again. Haggett.
Sick. Okay, who's got the least damage?
The least are the two people that just unfroze from your Gorgon gazes.
Oh, cool. One of them I'd like to rogue strike.
It
Good
hits.
19.
Jeez Louise.
Wow.
Taking
49.
the crap you
I wrote it down.
Wow. He's like in the same exact position as the previous one that was knocked down to the ground and looks like on the verge of death.
Oh, good, because I'm gonna combo and just fucking plunge it into his stomach like a beast. 4
You do so.
plus 14.
I was at 4 plus a bunch, then he's prone.
You do so. The other one looks down and he's like, fuck.
Crunch!
Frank?
And Gormir.
Well, I
I
have no
look at him.
damage.
He's auto
He's
dead.
dead.
He's auto dead.
The guy that
Love
like
that
looks
scene.
stunned by what Aga just did, I look at him and go, "We're god killers."
Oh my god.
That's kind of what I did.
Smite.
Oh my! I'm a kid.
You are less than ants.
Successful that
I
time.
have the high ground.
Thank God. Another
And
fucking
Goromir's
eight,
really
man.
tall and he always has the high ground.
It's over, Gormir. I have the high ground.
It's like
Don't do
DDC
it.
shouting at him. He's like, you
That
don't even have a
attack.
weapon!
I attacked the guy that I threatened with a 14 plus 6 for 20. I imagine that hits.
Yes.
I
Great.
would imagine.
It maxes as 12, 18 plus 14, 32 holy damage.
42 holy damage.
32 holy
32, I'm
damage.
so sorry.
Oh, yeah,
Holy
42.
Sorry.
Totally.
Don't worry about it.
Are you wanting to play different music?
No. I'm not bringing up a music thing.
Okay. Cool. He's badly hurt. He actually looks frightened of you.
Good.
Pyra.
Try that shiz again? Or whatever you want to do.
Yeah, I will. Sure. They're still somewhat clustered. Okay. 18.
Yay.
Hey,
Yeah.
is that a burst?
Is that a small burst?
Do you have 10 willpower?
No.
Do you have at least 5 willpower?
I have 6.
And do you have the
Improved casting.
improved casting ability?
Yes.
It's a spell
Excellent.
burst.
It is a spell burst.
Yay!
Oh shit.
Both guards explode and die.
Yeah.
Good.
Pirate just brushes her.
Sweet. I have 11 willpower. Plus improved casting. Does that mean I do 17, 18, 19, 20?
You have so 17 is the spell burst for.
Damn.
I look to the others and they say, That was loud as fuck.
Oops.
We should leave.
There is a left, a middle, and a right.
Sorry.
Excuse me.
Combat question. The Stygian Iron Staff that you gave me, the note that I have written is unholy cost 1 less MP / I have plus 5% spell burst. Is that only on unholy spells?
No.
16 is the spell burst for me.
And then
You sure about that?
Is there any gold about?
Not just paranoid?
2 guards appear behind you
No.
and go, "What the shit?" And they attack.
Oh, Flash Corgan
like,
again.
like insta-attack.
Aw.
Instant attack. That's an attack on Instagram?
And Instagram is a way to immediately get a hold of your grandmother.
You were hit for 22.
Oh, God. So I'm just like, oh, hey, guys, I'm really good.
You're hit for 14.
Ooh.
It's player phase. These 2 are most likely the 2 that
Damage
were
reduction?
at the end of the hall.
Was that 1 hit that gave me the 22?
That's
Was it,
single
did I get hit
strike.
one?
That was
times?
1 hit.
So down to 21.
Do you have any damage reduction?
Not that I know of. If I have, I haven't written it anywhere that I can view it.
I don't believe she does.
But no, I don't think so.
It's your turn.
Oh!
Oh!
Cool. I'm going to plunge my sword into whoever's closest's gut.
It's like it's me, and I'm like, why?
Oh, yeah, enemy's closest. I wouldn't do that!
Just like blood, like, yeah! I'm just like,
With a 26
It hits.
altogether.
Totes hits.
Thingamajiggers.
stuck with 2 spears through my back and a giant claymore through my front. I'm the only healer.
That's 26 damage.
26 damage. Anything else?
Yeah, I'm gonna hit him again. Combo. With a 19.
That's a crit.
Motherfucker.
What's your crit?
For that, oh, well, that would be,
Just a little bit of this and a little bit of that. 84.
Sprinkle in the damage.
It's with the bones.
41.
He dies.
I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but Agate is our main damage dealer.
Yeah.
Unless if there's a group of
Finally.
enemies.
Finally.
In Boromir.
That's so nice to
Um,
finally feel that feel of
Swell it.
destruction.
There's one.
I had a question about, so should I be titling the V&D videos God Killers episode 13 now because of the name change that we got going on?
So, such a good line.
Do you like that?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Yes.
Do you like that? Do you like
I mean, and I
Something's
don't mind.
getting in the way. And something's just about to break. I'll try to find my place.
In the thing
Yeah,
that woman
Diary of
writes
Jane.
in. Yeah, Diary of Jane.
I do not cast Smite. I just attack. I clip clock over and attack.
Thunk.
Yes. Thunketh.
You thunk him and hit him.
Ow. 15. What? How did I get 15? Oh, so 5, sorry. Plus 6 is 11. Plus 7 is 18.
18 damage. Pyra.
I'm just gonna zap him for 13.
13 damage. Dionysia.
I'm gonna heal myself from getting
Why?
stabbed.
Oh, okay, it's kind of selfish, but go on.
God.
Duh, have you met me? I'm all about healing and getting off.
Oh, God.
Hey, Dionysia, not you, right?
Did you almost call me Trevor Pyro?
Yeah.
I heard the Dionysia.
Trevor.
Like a pterodactyl.
Hey guys, why can't you hear a pterodactyl go to the bathroom?
Because the P is silent. I love that joke, sorry. I'm gonna cast heal.
Or not.
I'm gonna cast flash heal. With the spell burst.
Nice. So you get a full magic bonus instead of half magic bonus.
Right?
I
Aren't
need
you
to stop.
excited?
No, thank you.
I need to stop you for a second.
Oh.
How much is that number you rolled with the magic stat you have?
Wait, what?
What is the numbers combined of what the number you rolled and your magic?
17 plus magic.
Oh, 17 plus magic would be 30.
Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead. It's okay.
It fails.
Like, what the fuck did those guys do to me? Shit. Alright.
They placed upon us the anti-god killing curse.
Gosh damn it.
The god birther curse.
Ooh.
Yeah, I guess.
He turns tail and runs and begins to make his way towards an alarm on the wall.
Ice coffin him. Ice coffin him.
Oh fuck.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh
I
yeah.
could throw my old Gladius at him.
18.
That's on my belt.
Gosh.
And that's
He dead.
You freeze him in such a dramatic position that he's inches away from grabbing the rope as he's just frozen.
Da-na-na.
I clip Clop over and slice his arm
Whoa,
off.
whoa.
Oh, whoa, whoa,
Damage
whoa, whoa,
is
whoa,
crit,
whoa,
which
whoa.
means it's 3d4, yeah?
3d4.
Plus
Yeah.
magic?
Well,
So
the
it's
crit.
12, what's your magic?
Hold on. Sorry.
Bruh.
The technical bonus for a critical hit is an additional half of your magic.
Oh,
Alright.
well.
What's your magic
What do
stat?
you have?
13.
He's dead. So you have a frozen
8
corpse.
plus
Let
20.
it go.
Nice.
Oh, he just freezes solid.
He will thaw eventually because the spell will eventually dissipate, but yeah. He's a frozen corpse.
Yeah.
All y'all take 300 XP.
Sweet, he was a guard and
Wow.
frozen solid. He's a copsicle.
Oh my god.
There was I saw a thread online at one point where somebody was talking about their 5e campaign, and there was a dragonborn character that was like part of the local constabulary, and he was
Oh,
like
word.
a detective and whatnot. And he was a metallic dragonborn. So they're like, what? Wait, what kind of dragonborn is he? Like for the guard, he's like, oh, copper, and they're like, ah! Hey, copper.
Because copper.
Oh.
That's funny.
Ah!
I got it immediately, really.
Explain it to that side of the table.
shit.
But
No, it's
the
Um,
chef was very poor.
What do you all do? Everybody at the same level now? 6?
Yeah.
Yeah.
6? Okay.
Well, we need to.
Yeah, we need the GTFO because of the
need
Kabooma
to-
Booma.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, loot?
I will... Yes. So
We
there
don't have
are...
material loot.
There are 6 spears.
I'm going to.
There are several pouches of gold. There is a ruby key.
Oh, yiggity yoink the key.
I mean,
How much gold?
I guess we should loot if we happen to notice those things on them.
I was gonna ignore you anyway. No offense. I'm a little greedy.
Oh, man. Collectively, there was only 60 gold pieces. I'm sorry, guys. You had a good modifier, but a really low
15
main roll.
15 apiece.
I just did math.
Correctly.
Wow.
We're so proud.
Look, I do at work all day.
Uh-huh.
Calculator.
Calculators.
See the game, Joe.
Ah, spreadsheets.
Don't you can talk to me like that.
There is a left door, a middle door, and a right door.
Someone yoinked that ruby key.
Yeah, I got
Oh,
that.
excellent.
I got that ruby key.
Hmm.
I have so many keys now. I have the key to the dungeon cells. I have a silver key, and now I have Das, Ruby.
Still need that basement one. The
Key.
Team
What kind
Rocket
of armor do
hideout.
they wear?
Gilded seem almost gold-plated steel, kind of. Like it's expensive and gaudy, but also still protects them.
Do I happen to know, just that looking at it, is it any better than breastplate? I don't think I have enough time to like really de-equip this guy anyway.
You
but,
don't know instantly, no.
Yeah.
You also
It's
know.
not really worth time assessing it either. So,
You also
yeah.
know instinctively that if you wore this outside, they would know where you got it.
Yeah, well, I would backpack it until we left.
Okay.
Okay. Saw, dude.
Oh my god.
Oh, saw.
Alright, so I'm going to look at the 3 doors to see if there's a ruby crested keyhole.
Yeah, right.
No.
Well, fearless
You
leader.
can see that with a good look. I'm going to imagine that the three of you, sorry, one of you died. The 4 of you splay out to look at the different doors. You all like look for a keyhole because the others didn't have one. The one to the left doesn't. The one in the middle doesn't. The one to the right does.
We should use that.
We're going.
You hear voices in behind the door to the right and behind the door to the left. The middle door is silent.
Can I use mental prowess on the door to the right? Like try to go past it. I know it's gonna be tough going through the door. Oh wait, my mental prowess doesn't work.
You may try.
You're not.
2 is a.
Tommy was in that 20.
You flinch.
And that Tui.
Alright, middle door. Go.
Help.
I say we just fight. We need to get out and not
Okay.
stop delaying.
Yep.
Okay.
You guys go through the middle door, and instantly you are aware that you are in a map room.
Oh, excellent.
Stratagems and mappery and cartography, and it smells very much of leather in here.
Oh, nice.
And I'm going to say that the 4 of you rush in here, are aware that no one's in here. You're like, thank gods. You close the door and like hold it closed and listen.
I want to start checking out maps.
Go for it.
I want to see where all their shit is.
I'm going to keep listening.
Okay.
So flammable.
And if anybody,
It all looks so flammable.
if anybody's really keeping an ear out, you don't hear anybody coming.
We killed them all.
There were 6 guards.
The kingdom is now ours. We had a really small army.
Yay, cool.
And they all happen to be in
Room.
one disastrously fireball would end the whole army.
These guys suck.
In the very middle of this room is a very large, round map table. It shows all of Elysium, from the island where Redstone was, the several islands in between, and then the large landmass that is Olympian's land. You see Mount Olympus jutting up 3-dimensional off of the map. And one of you, I'll say Pyra, sees a table that has levers that you can pull towards yourself. A number of them. I'll say at most 4.
The king is minus an army now.
The pun police are coming.
And Gormir, you're the one that was listening through the door. A magical fist punches you through the door before you're like, oh.
You didn't like that one.
Is anyone opposed to me pulling all these levers at once?
You shy.
I'm like reading the maps.
I
Like
wouldn't
what?
want to, so
I'm just assuming that you would just light all the levers on fire and pulling them. It sounds great to me.
go for it.
Both? No. Yeah, I do.
All 4?
All 4.
All 4. Dionysia, you have to jump back because there are several mechanical devices that suddenly move towards you from under the table that add wedges to the map. So that there are 2 southern wedges that pop up and 1 east and 1 west that add more land masses that are around Elysium. There's one of Westeros.
Oh, sick.
And there's one of Essos. And you can almost hear
I'm not aware of this.
Emilia Clarke whispering to you
I'm not aware of
from
this.
up
I'm
on
about to
top
go
of your
listening.
back.
Amazing. Is she wearing the one boob dress?
What the hell is
She only has
Essos?
one boob.
I'm just gonna like read it. Be like, the hell is Essos?
I
That's where all that other stuff
clip
is.
clop over so quickly, I imagine it startles you.
Just like bump into me, and I'm like,
You actually land on the
personal
table, your
space
head
you were
hits Mount
talking
Olympus.
about.
Well, we've got to know each other quite well. We're bonded.
Oh, that's right.
We are now one. You have
You
door
did
duty.
say that.
you're welcome. And just like, be like, I'm gonna go over to
I
the
take
door.
my rough map of Essos that I wrote down in my notes way a while ago, and I go and compare it.
You realize that the one you have is well drawn, but very scarce by comparison.
I take the time to find writing utensils and
You find
drawing
it
utensils
right there.
and stuff
Yeah.
to fill in the gaps of my rough map of Essos. Or
Cool.
if the map of Essos that I'm comparing it to is takeable,
It is not.
then I pocket it. You know what? Burn this room to the ground.
Deal.
Once we're out of it.
I draw Essos as best as I can. I use all my cartography skills. I put it back in my inventory and I say, burn this room.
They might realize we're here if I do that.
Good self-control. Burn it. Okay. No.
At least wait until we're not in the room.
Burn it when we leave.
Okay, I can do that.
Okay. I'll wait.
Wait, you better get out now.
Don't push my arm off. Teasing.
Anything else in this room before you leave and apparently burn it?
This is
Uh,
probably the most evil my character is being.
I want you and Goromir to give me a true check.
I have a very clear motive to this.
This is a character check of something.
That's fair. 4.
You do not even deliberate to continue to look at the map to see if there is additional information about your lost homeland.
Oh.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
It absolutely does.
Okay. So you were so focused
Yes.
on Essos and the progress of the future, you do not look at your past.
Yes.
Yes, Trevor.
I was hoping to look at the maps to figure out where Olympus has all of their armies standing.
I love that because your reaction in question or that statement is so calm in the face of like an emotional reaction. I'm gonna copy this. Let's go burn it. Pyro's like, okay, I'll burn it. Yeah. He's like, I'm just gonna check the like there's fire raging
Just
around.
like
you.
everything's
He's
looking.
like,
I'm just like,
I'm really
wow, they
studying
really
this.
only had 6 people in their military.
Oh, each one of the
Oh my
of the
gosh.
icons is 5,000 men. Oh, dear. That makes
It's not just one guy.
You-
All here.
Are trying to understand that there are the meaning of different pieces on the board. It's not like chess, but like there's like little gold flags here and there, and you can tell that sure enough, there is no army presence in Narn. That it was true, that was all a farce.
Darn.
There was no Olympic presence, no Olympic guards being all like, there's a blockade. Stop it. There are several instances of guards on the islands in between Redstone and where you are right now. You can also see that there's one island labeled the Island of Delphi. There's one island very far to the north,
Noise.
labeled Ayaya.
Oh,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for getting it.
that one.
Ayaya.
That one's fun, guys. Girls.
You see that
Maybe
there
not
is
you.
a massive painted, beautifully painted, but also kind of frightening whirlpool to the northwest, labeled Albion. And beyond that, as far as actual army presences, most of it is in Olympia right now because there's no active war. There are some troops out in Redstone, not very many. And as far as actual the Olympic Peninsula, they're scattered all around the landmass, but mostly everybody's home. There's no times of trouble right now.
The times they are
Find
changing.
yourself in times of...
Maybe if you burn the flags, you burn the people.
I
Only
don't know
one
that.
way to
Let's
find
not
out.
burn anything, and I don't know.
We have one objection. Square.
Overruled. Oh, that's my character.
So, anything else in here? Do we hear any movement out there? I'm the one at the door.
So-
You hear no one.
Can I update my map of Essos to updated map of Essos?
Yes. You can even say correct map of Essos.
Okay, awesome.
Essos 2.0. I don't want that. Oh, no.
Okay, I guess we're getting out of here.
And burning it.
Now, why though with the
Okay.
burning?
Are you really burning it? Just the final say. No?
Bernie Bros.
What do you do with that information?
I would really like it if you did.
Maybe
You
find
said as you walked in,
something-
it looked so flammable.
I'll just burn one small corner
Yeah.
and just.
All right.
I love how Pyra is turning into Cheryl/Carol from Archer.
Okay. How about I give you 4 gold pieces
Oh, 4.
and and you just burn Essos off the map.
Sure. How?
You just flame on that one spot and then
Flame
put it out before it catches everything else on fire.
Sure, I'll zap it.
Descend flame on, descend flame off.
Yes, so I would burn.
Intermission.
Yeah, right. This is what happens when the DM leaves the players at the table, and we're just like, but where did he go?
Hi, Cody. Cody break. Cody break.
I love how you guys got the head and he just shoved his butt at me. Cody. Come here, buddy.
Woof, woof.
Come here, buddy. Come here.
Woof, woof.
Oh, he's my buddy.
Ooh, we should do a fake commercial. Like
Who's
you
my
used to do.
buddy?
Remember
Oh,
that?
man, yeah.
Oh, those were fun.
That was fun.
Oreos.
Yeah.
Tonight's episode is brought to you by Contigo water bottles. Contigo. Don't forget to wash them or else the shit's nasty.
Yep, that's
True.
right.
Anything reusable is awful if you don't wash it properly. So,
Where did you go?
I'm so sorry. I had
You
to
said you were leaving for cigarettes and you never came
I
back.
don't smoke, you mutant.
That's why I'm so
I
tall.
gave Fire 4 gold pieces and
You
she
were a
zapped
gifted
Essos
youngster.
off the map before the flames reached the rest of the room.
So I preemptively rolled. What did I roll?
Yeah.
12, which means you are able to perfectly burn that wedge and nothing else.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. My patrol's got me good.
Cool. You have 4
actually-
gold pieces.
You actually have a burst
Thanks.
of encouragement from that. You're just like, oh, it's coming back. Thank God. For a second there, I thought I was only good at ice spells. That's not okay.
Ice tiefling.
Ice tingling. Yeah,
Eiffling.
Eiling.
Eiffling Tower.
A Ticeling.
All right. Where do we go from here, guys? Now that you're reoriented, so now that you're outside that door, you have the hallway directly in front of you, or the right or left. You know now that that left door
Is
is
the
the
one
one
with
with
the
the
keyhole.
keyhole.
I'm kind of leaning towards that one.
Yeah. We also could, like, ask servants or something to, like, where the exit is so we can just, like, leave.
What if they go report to...
What is that? We haven't seen any servants.
Well, the one corridor that was hidden was, like, a servant's, like, passageway.
That was back through the sexy room, though.
Well, that's
The
true.
sexy room.
Well, that's the sexy room.
Off in the distance, you hear?
Okay, well, if we go through the keyhole one, I imagine since the guard had the key, that we're going to come into more notable figures, like either who they were protecting, so some form of royalty, or just more guards. So, I mean, if you want to clear the room and see if there's anything else in the room, I mean, that could help us. That would make sense. But also, if it's a notable character like the king, per se, then that would be
Notable
interesting because it would put us in a position to do most evil things. But I'm
Well,
not
at
interested
least
in
get
doing
some
that, per
answers.
se. Yeah. I vote for the keyhole. Yeah. Since we're here, we could do a little exploring.
Yusa?
And also, it doesn't seem like anyone's coming from the previous fight, so I think
I
we're
like
pretty safe.
exploring. That's fun. Works for me.
I'm just a little worried because I'm a little low on MP.
Oh yeah, me too.
Me three.
Not
Maybe we can
me.
rest in here.
Are you guys good for going until 10 tonight?
Sure.
I would prefer not. I have work very early in the morning again.
It's almost 9:30 right now. Should we keep going for another 10, 15 minutes, or just stop right now?
Who cares to know what's on the other side of the keyboard?
Let's see what's
I
on the other
do.
side of the keyhole.
I wanna
And if
see
it's something
something-
that's going to take a while, then we can stop.
Call it. Yep, I like that.
All right. So, you guys put the ruby key into the keyhole. It turns and it has a very satisfying little unlocking, like, and you're like, ooh, do it again. You turn it
In the
back,
distance.
take it out, and you get to keep this key.
Mm.
It is not like Keone's keys that melt.
Right.
You get to pocket it.
Another key for you.
And when you
No, at
open
this point I
it,
could be a janitor.
and when you open and you hastily enter in the hopes of like avoiding any guards that may be coming, actually,
What if you wanted to slowly enter?
did you want to slowly enter?
Yeah.
Okay, slowly enter.
This
So as you're moving like a snail into this new room, you're actually drawing more attention to yourself because there's people inside here watching this stupid door open very slowly, and they're like, yes?
And I'm like,
And you keep going slowly, they're like, are you
I
here
can pick
to-
up on social cues. I'll speed up after they see me.
Oh, okay. So you open up the door and you let yourselves in. All four of you spill in. They're just like, oh, aren't you prisoners? What's going on?
Who are they?
I'm
The
like
room
dripping in blood.
is obviously some sort of laboratory study mixture area. There is testing equipment equivalent to this world's version of testing equipment. There's not like, look, beakers. Like there's like potion
beakers.
bottles and mortar
Bunch of guys
pestles,
sitting
and
behind
there's-
Max, just
wearing glasses somehow. It's like, we've invented these, yeah.
yeah, right. We're, the
We're very ahead of our
geniuses.
time. The geniuses.
There are 4 scientists that all spark a memory for you. One, you've seen them down in court a week ago, but also they remind you of an old professor friend that you met weeks ago.
Yeah, him. I
Back
remember him.
in Narn.
Is one of them
before Narn.
him?
No,
Oh.
but they are wearing very similar garb.
Can we just like immediately name drop?
You may. Do you remember his name?
Nope.
Does anyone remember his name?
Ernest.
Hemingway.
Damn it.
Hold on. If given enough time, I think I might be able to muster.
JF.
Herbert.
Rowling.
Okay.
Thank you. Take 10 points to Gryffindor.
We almost started writing it down
So
like it was
his
XP.
So his name begins with K? Is that where you're getting at?
I think it starts with a T.
Because I was going to say, I don't remember it starting with a K.
Timothy.
Rudy.
Sean.
Caucasian's favorite chip flavor is
Salt and
salt
Vin.
vin and vi. Who said that? Who said that?
Dude, we literally watched that over the weekend.
That is such a funny bet.
I love Bo Burnham. Oh, man.
Get off my chair.
No,
I want to sit down.
I can't think of that guy's
I can't
name.
remember
So,
now.
as all of you are now staring at them like, I should know nothing. They're all now staring at you like, oh, the fuck are you? And now there's this awkward 4-on-4 staring
By the way,
contest.
sorry, I'm going to break up the awkward stare off here. We're actually not prisoners anymore. They let us go. We actually came here because they wanted us to collect the souls.
So, yeah. What was that?
Yeah.
Give me 2 cunning checks. Not
We're
each.
assisting each other.
1 each.
6.
17.
They're definitely picking up the fact that you are more in control of your emotions and more in control of the situation in general, because frankly you've been leading this escapade. Nothing
I
against
was
you. but
nominated.
I love democracy. I love the Republic. I am the Senate. All right. They cautiously believe possible truth. There's obviously some sort of authority in your voice and familiarity with the souls that they can't quite place. But they're having a hard time really believing it because you're not a guard. You're not a servant. And last they saw you, you were in trouble. And so they're like, we really should hear it from someone of more, I'm sorry, but of rank.
That's me.
The deep lavender one, the blue one, the snow white one.
I'm the master here.
Well,
Also, why would we? I reach into your pocket. Why would we have this key to get in here if they didn't give it to us?
Right. What she said.
cunning check. Look at Taylor.
17.
Yeah!
Why am I cheering?
Because that was freaking Banff.
They see it and they're like, okay, that's very fair. And I imagine if there was actually some sort of trouble outside, we would have heard it outside, right?
I mean, clearly.
Okay,
Are they in close proximity?
they are all within close proximity. You also notice that after that statement, there's a lot of zaps and like sizzles going around on this in this room. You're just like, yeah, totally, you would have heard it. You notice that the souls are scattered throughout this room, though. The large white one from Keone is directly behind them. They were all commiserating over it. The small blue one is in some sort of testing chamber off against the wall, and the purple one is somewhere you can't see.
So we were told to collect all three. I guess they said they wanted Daedalus on it, and we're to bring them. So
Right.
can you go fetch the purple one?
3 of them simultaneously look over at a door at the end of this room that you now can map in your head
Shit.
may lead into the Daedalus area. And they're just like, really?
Really?
He's refused to look at them, and now he wants to see them?
Really?
You know he hasn't been the same since Icarus died. Are you just going...
Oh, I love you
take
as a
this turn of
character.
events?
This is why I play D&D.
I wish I knew the implications of this.
That's what we overheard. The
They would-
bitch.
Well, yeah, I know that, but I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Me personally, Jeff does not understand the Greek lore of Icarus and Daedalus and all that.
Oh,
so
gotcha.
you saying that, I'm all like, why are you saying that?
They, if there was any doubt before, there's none now. They're like, okay. Fine. We'll be here if he wants any sort of help, but sure. The white one's here. Be careful. It sometimes hurts to pick up, so you have gloves. You're fine.
Yes. I'll
They-
take out the cold winter gear and wrap it up in it.
One goes over to the deep blue, pulls like the entire chamber up. It's like a fishbowl kind of. They're like, do you just want to like take this to him? Like, I don't.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. And then where'd the lavender go? Oh, right. And so then they go over to another tank that is filled with green, like, gelatinous fluid, and they're just like, do we really have to fish it out? And the other one's like, yes! It's for Daedalus. He has to deal with the stink. And they're like, ugh. And they, like, pull off a rubber-type glove, and they go elbow deep and pull it out, and they're like,
sheep rectum. What?
there you go.
And go to Miriam.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Thank you.
Anytime.
You have regained the souls without hurting the scientists.
I'm going to opt that we hurt the scientists anyway.
Oh,
Blow them up.
No.
I mean, I'm only vaguely kidding, because if her character wants to make the choice of, like, blowing up the scientists, that would probably, like, be pretty awesome.
Just imagining Angoromir suddenly going Black Knight.
Yeah, super, yeah.
Just fuck these people and their treatment of centaurs.
Yeah.
And it just drives you to the
I'm
dark
actually
side.
having a huge internal struggle right now with my character, which is why I'm having these thoughts, to be completely honest. But I'm going to reveal something to you guys when we leave the room.
Oh, fuck.
Speaking of which, the door leading to Daedalus' chambers is right there behind you, next to you, whatever. It's close to the green-filled tank. Do you have anything else to say? Anything to look at? Anything that you want to do before you leave?
Before we bring it to Daedalus, I presume you have research notes from what you've done so far?
Oh, yeah. I mean, he can just come get them, but, like...
But we might as well bring them all in one go. If he's as unstable as we think he is, he might not have the energy to come back.
You copied everything, right? You didn't?
I love the other guy doesn't get a voice. He's just off
The other guy's just like,
or it's like he's bubbling so quiet. He's just like, I didn't think about it.
What the fuck? No.
Sorry.
So, he's like, okay, please, I'm not sure if any of you write at all. It's a talent, I guess. But anyway, here, there's not much. Understandably, it's beyond the realm of science. It's more along magical, spiritual mumbo jumbo.
Oh, speaking of that, what's in the tank?
I don't think you really want to know.
I do have a clear vial, and I'm curious.
That looks magical. It's not the same thing.
Oh, I was gonna put it inside it.
Oh, you mean like an actual empty bottle?
Yeah, I have it.
Got it. Okay. And they're like, if you really want, it's kind of... We were trying to see if it would degrade over time, and it never did. So that's... They list a bunch of heinous things, like sheep rectum,
Oh, okay. I'm
monkey
good.
boogers,
I'm good.
things
I'm
like
alright.
that
Thank
that
you.
would really try to make it disgusting.
Smash cut to Gormir holding it like this.
Rocking it like a baby.
Thanks, but no thanks. I'll just
I
I think
miss
there's
you.
some smegma on this.
Oh, God, I hate that
Specifically
word.
leopard smegma, but yes.
Lepegma. Those darn
Jegma.
smegmas.
Everybody give me a d20 check, please. Oh my gosh, you guys have been having such good rolls.
16.
16.
14.
Yeah.
Angoramir, Dionysia. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Not so much on yours, that was really bad.
What's your names now?
Dionysia and Angoramir,
away
you both
from
notice
me.
a roughly hanging piece of paper,
Oh.
like, not tacked, because those don't exist, but like stuck right next to the door, and you're like, what's that? And they're like, oh, you know how Daedalus likes codes?
Oh, of course he
It's
does.
irritating.
This is the easiest way that we can decode the shit that he's writing right now. If you can ask him to knock it off, it would really help us. And also ask him maybe learn a different word besides yes or no.
Yes. We will.
God damn it.
I was building on it.
And they tear it off and give it to you.
Did we ever read that note that was attached to the knife?
Yeah.
The key.
What?
That's the code. He made code.
It's a cipher.
Brilliant.
Cool.
Do we have time to do this right now?
Well, I'm going to say there's nothing else in this room that will really genuinely interest you. The door opens easily, as opposed to the other one that did not budge. You also notice that over the doorknob there is a small delta over the knob. Reference? Yes.
D.
The door shuts behind you, and you hear a muttering of just like, good luck. All of you receive 1200 XP. I'm giving you extra because you did not hurt any of them
Damn.
and still recovered your 12 souls. Or 12 souls?
12
3 souls! Sorry, not 12.
So they tried to break down the souls and just fucking multiplied.
Yeah. It's like that vault in Gringotts in the last Harry Potter book where it's like it's multiplied.
Oh, I hate
Yeah.
that. So stressful.
Alright, guys.
I'm gonna end session here.
Okay.
Um,
Can I
Wait.
talk out loud with the recording still going? Because I just want it to be.
Go for it.
This might not be the best time to bring it up because we're about to go into like the whole Dennis thing, but I want to reconsider. This is going to be happening telepathically.
My mental powers doesn't work.
You are alone in the next room, so you could just say
Oh,
it
okay,
right
cool.
now.
Cool.
I want to rethink what we're doing with the souls. And I think there's a lot of strife that's happening because of them. And because of that, I wish to destroy every single one that we come across.
Alright.
Hot take.
I kind of like that, actually. I was kind of
It's
different
going
on this whole thing.
very much against what the Enclave is doing, though.
We're gonna make some big enemies. Well, a discussion for another time.
Mhm.
Yes. But just think about it.
Mm-hmm. No, that's
Think about what your characters might think of that.
What about... Sorry, but, did we read that note that was with the key?
yeah.
Yeah.
That was that's
Yeah,
what
3
told us
minutes.
we only had 3 minutes to get out before the guards came back.
Sorry.
Mhm.
Okay.
There's a lot of shit that happened in that session.
Just to give you a final visual of where you are in a small private library that has no fewer than 6 different bookcases filled with books, but it also is filled with random pieces of paper that you imagine either have torn pages from those books trying to like restuffed in, or notes that maybe someone made and stuffed in. There are reading tables, and there's one prominent tome directly in front of you with its pages open that looks like it's been gone through and damaged of some sort, but you can still make out words. I'm pointing this out on purpose. Just off to your left, there's a spiral staircase that leads up and that leads down. That is all I'm going to say for right now. I'll revisit this next session. 1, 2, 3. Bye-bye!
Bye!